depending on the time that you're watching this video, we have a new announcement that Jujutsu Kaisen is ending very soon, which was honestly not on my bingo card to see whatsoever. I mean, not too long ago, My Hero Academia literally just finished. And plus, on top of that, Hunter x Hunter is about to come out of hiatus for the 15,000th time. But again, because we're having a lot of huge events happen within anime and manga this year, why not finish off JJK? And I want to be straightforward here and say that Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the best newcomers I have ever seen. So before I continue this video with anything else, just know that. But since we're getting to the end of the series, I need to point out something that's been bothering me. And I'm not the only one when I say this, but Jujutsu Kaisen has some glaring problems. Issues within the series that should have happened or should have been wrapped up before the series actually ended. And with only about 5 some chapters left, it's not going to happen. So let's just elaborate about what I'm talking about, and there's nowhere better to begin except talking about what Jujutsu Kaisen does well. I think there are 3 main factors you need to have such a good anime slash manga. The first one is quality, and for the anime fans, I'm specifically talking about the animation, a story. Whatever world you make for your plot, you need to have a grasping story, and finally, a reason. You can have everything happening within a series, however, there needs to be a reason for a character to take action. And if these 3 factors are not met at top quality, then you're going to have some problems. Now, to start this conversation off, I need to point out that Jujutsu Kaisen has some of the best animation you'll ever see. Jujutsu Kaisen from season 1 and 2 and whatever else will come out was created by MAPPA. And I don't want to play semantics, however, the creators that got on board and helped did an amazing job. But I also want to point out that Jujutsu Kaisen does not have the best animation I've seen. Now, before you hop in the comments telling me otherwise, I am still giving Jujutsu Kaisen a solid A+. And the studio that I believe does the best at animation, Ufotable, is still getting an A+. I simply prefer the style we get from Demon Slayer over Jujutsu Kaisen, but in no means is that bad in any way, shape, or form. When it comes to animation, Jujutsu Kaisen has one of the best in the market, and I'm not dumb enough to take away credit where it's due. However, where I do have an issue is the next 2 factors, and the best place to start off here is the story. To put it straightforward, Jujutsu Kaisen has a story that could put you in it for the long haul. Within a world of humans, there are things such as curses that live day to day. Usually these curses happen by negative emotions, so it's a constant cycle. Jujutsu Kaisen had a plot that it could have went as long as it wanted to, especially because you have characters such as the natural disaster curses that are now out of the story. You could have continued to reuse the natural disaster curses if you wanted to, but spoiler alert, they simply don't. Now, I'm going to assume if you're watching this video, you've seen past the anime here, and if you have not, shame on you. Jujutsu Kaisen quickly makes a character Sukuna, which is the king of curses, the main plot, which would be technically fine. However, from what we understand, he is not the cause of curses. To say this in a better way, he is able to use curse techniques, which is just aura. However, he is not the source of other living curses. So in that case, what's the purpose of beating Sukuna? Don't forget, at the beginning of the story, his fingers were split. Sukuna was not put together, and as long as we get rid of the characters that were trying to put him together, I mean, what's the problem? Now, of course, he is put together, and eventually he becomes the final boss. But it never had to be this way. You have characters walking around such as Gojo or Yuta that can clearly beat a disaster curse. Why would you not get rid of those characters first so that way they cannot bring back Sukuna? The story quickly became not about the world instead of the person. And when you have so many strong sorcerers that can do something about the situation, you let them go die one by one. It's simply not good writing. Especially because of what we see, why would you care about Sukuna except he's strong? From what we see, this character is only trying to be resurrected so he can rule the world. Like, we can put him in any anime and he can do the same exact story. Only other disaster curses such as Jogo wanted something out of the world. Jogo wanted curses to be able to live as if they are people. That's a great story for this character. But instead, the big baddie Sukuna kills him off, and now he's more important than Jogo. There is not a good enough story for your characters to live in this world. And this bleeds into my third point, that you need a reason. You see, every character has to have some type of reason why they're a part of the story. And a lot of times, a reason a character is introduced is very shallow. I look at a character such as Yuji Itadori, who was introduced to the story just because he ate a finger. And after that, he's blackmailed to being a part of Jujutsu High so he can continue to live. That's a reason to be a part of this story, so I'll take it. But what about a character such as Yuki? A character that shows us as a viewer that she wants to eliminate curses. That's admirable, and I completely understand. I don't even need a backstory for it. But when you kill off this character, the reason for this character living is completely gone. And just so you know, I'm specifically talking about Yuki because she never eliminated curses. Why even introduce this character in the first place? I mean, I don't get it. I'm lost. Somebody get me a map. Another character I'm confused about is Gojo. Gojo is easily one of the most popular characters of the series. And as he gets older, we see that he takes joy within his students. Them having a bright future is really what he cares about and why he fights. So why would you kill him? Gojo was already a mistake because they made this character too strong for the series. Doing their best to take him out of any altercation makes sense. But you're telling me that he really died? And now they're trying to tell me other characters that are not even close to Gojo need to defeat the big baddie. No, it doesn't make sense. The reasoning for a lot of these characters being a part of the series isn't really there. Some characters you believe that should have more of an impact to the series simply don't. And then there are some characters they try to take out of the story for absolutely no reason. Or they will try to push a character on you for no reason at all and then just kill them off right after. And I mean, they do this a whole lot. Now, I am not squeamish on the whole death agenda, and I do believe if they're useless, get them out of here. But it doesn't really mean you have to force feed us the character just to murder them in the same scene. And overall, I need to say that I believe that the creator of Jujutsu Kaisen is just being lazy. When you search up this topic, you can see dozens, if not hundreds, of people talk about the same thing. And in my personal opinion, this is a great, amazing series that's constantly getting worse. And it's either the creator is getting lazy or you simply don't care about the creation that you made. And I really hope it's not the latter compared to the former. If you're getting lazy and don't want to make manga anymore, I can understand that it's a gruesome lifestyle. But instead, if it's the factor of you simply don't like what you made, then I don't get that one. I mean, sure, just cut it off, but do something else instead of making it go to. Again, just to re-emphasize, I personally do believe that Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the best animes in the new generation. But how the story is currently going, it is falling down the rabbit hole. Besides just the author, whoever else is approving of this is letting it go willy-nilly. And since we're about 5 or less chapters away from finishing up the story, I don't see this getting better. But anyway, I'll take a step back and want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is Jujutsu Kaisen actually getting worse, or are people over-exaggerating the agenda? But look, since you've made it to this part of the video, I'm sure you want more Jujutsu Kaisen content, and there was a good time, so I have this for you over here. And until next time, y'all take care, see you later.